All right, let's go.
You're rolling.
Hi, welcome to Life in a Bottle, Season 2, Episode 34. This is the 2019 Vincent Caille Folle, Blanche, Gros Plant, Part du Calibre. Don't worry, I'm going to explain that a little bit. Vincent Caille is, of course, the producer, farming organically and biodynamically. Folle Blanche is the grape. Gros Plant is the appellation. So Folle Blanche, Gros Plant. Gros Plant pretty much only grows Folle Blanche, so they're kind of synonymous at this point. And Part 2 Calibre. That's a little branding that Vincent's come up with that I'll explain a little bit later. So where are we? We're in France. We're in the Loire Valley. And we're in Nantes, and specifically in the village of Monnier. Maybe you've heard of Monnier-Saint-Fiacre, very famous region in Muscadet. This is Monnier, although this is not Muscadet. Vincent is first and foremost a producer of Muscadet. He's a master of Muscadet. He makes about 10 Muscadets, but he makes this kind of as his house white. And Folle Blanche is the sister grape variety of Melon, which is Melon is used to make Muscadet. It's just a little bit different. It's sort of like the less popular sister, but really, really nice wine, generally speaking, in the hands of a master. So, as we said, he's certified organic. He's also certified biodynamic Demeter. And just for the price point of this wine, I think it's really, really hard to beat. So what else? Part du Calibre. So this means, quite literally, the hummingbird's share. And this is a fun little analogy that Vincent has always used. Hummingbird's share. He uses this as an analogy for his farming and the way he likes to respect the earth, respect the vineyard. There's a little anecdote that goes with this. It's an old folk tale. There was a great forest fire, and all the animals collaborated, got together, said, "What are we going to do?" And the hummingbird said, "Well, I know what I'm going to do." And he dives down and grabs a drop of water out of the lake. He flies over to the fire and drops the little drop of water on the fire. And all the other animals turn to him. They're like, "What are you doing? Like, that's not going to make a difference." And he says, "Well, I'm just doing my part, or I'm just doing my share." So, Vincent, he has a small farm. It's just 26 hectare, tiny little domain, but by farming organically and farming biodynamically, he's just doing his part. And as he's told me on many occasions, if everyone just would do their little part, there would be no forest fire. So, yeah, I mean, let's dive into the glass. I'm thinking, this wine is spectacularly different vintage to vintage, which makes it interesting. It can be spectacularly tart. Although this vintage is not, it's very, very easy to drink. Last vintage, the 2018, I probably would have told you that it was maybe the best Folle Blanche that Vincent had ever made. I haven't tasted all of his Folle Blanches, but I've tasted about the last 8 or 9 vintages. And 2018 was singing. 2019, it's hard to fathom, is even singing a little bit more. This wine is super mineral, very stony. It reminds me a little bit of river rock. There's definitely a little bit of a limey sort of green apple edge to it. Just a hair of peach, but very stony. Almost, sometimes Chenin Blanc can get a little bit of this sort of flinty mineral feel, and that's what I'm smelling here. It weighs in at just 11% alcohol, which means, one bottle between 2 people might not be enough. It's really easy to drink. I imagine this evaporating from the glass very quickly. And I would think that if you were looking for a food pairing, freshwater fish, river fish in particular, would be perfect. Trout. But regionally, sort of the classical thing to do is oysters. This is perfectly oysters on the half shell. Just like Muscadet, it's a sister wine that also works with oysters. Very, very happy with this wine right now. And to imagine organic and biodynamic going out to you at this price point is very exciting. So, cheers, guys. Cheers to Vincent.